Manifestation is consciously creating the life that you love. It's deliberate. It's using your energy in a very deliberate and precise way, because our energy is our currency. It's our resource, right? So the more we put out our energy into the world, whether we're focusing on what we want or what we don't want, that's actually creating more of that reality, whether it's what you want or what you don't want. Welcome, Badass Manifester. I am so glad you are here. I'm your host, Ashley Gordon, master mindset and manifestation biz coach and multiple six-figure entrepreneur obsessed with empowering you to create quantum leaps in your energy, your life, and your business. Together, we'll make magic your everyday normal, bringing you the highest vibrational content to power your conscious and subconscious mind with manifestation and mindset tools, teachings, and experts to put your potential into action. Consider this your weekly up level. Here's the quantum transformation, baby. Say it with me. Let's do this. Hello. I'm so excited to be with you today and to share all about manifestation and how to manifest your dream life. Let me just quickly introduce myself. Hi, my name's Ashley Gordon. I am a spiritual life manifestation biz coach, and I work primarily with coaches, and I help them not only start and grow their coaching businesses, but I help them manifest their businesses and their lives. And I also help them master the craft of coaching. I'm really passionate about the power of transformation and how it can change your life in a lot of ways. I have a podcast called the Badass Manifester Podcast, and I'm really passionate about teaching people how to use the power of your mind to create anything that you want in your life. So I want to start off by really just getting clear around what is manifestation, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions around it, and I want to make it as clear and concise as possible for you. So manifestation is consciously creating the life that you love. It's deliberate. It's using your energy in a very deliberate and precise way, because our energy is our currency. It's our resource, right? So the more we put out our energy into the world, whether we're focusing on what we want or what we don't want, that's actually creating more of that reality, whether it's what you want or what you don't want. And manifestation, there's some misconceptions around manifestation where it's like manifestation says that you attract what you want, but really you attract who you are, the energy of who you are. So we're going to dive into this today. I'm really excited. So we're going to talk about what manifestation is. We're going to talk about desires, how to clearly manifest, and the steps in which to manifest. So the universe, source, God, all of those to me are the same. So they're interchangeable, right? And the universe is always saying yes to you, right? So we're going to start with this concept that the universe is always saying yes to you. So think about that for a minute. Anything that you focus on, anything that you complain about, anything that you aren't too thrilled about, that you're really passionate about, consider the universe is just saying yes to it. So I have friends that grew up in my town, and I live in New Jersey in a small beach town. And a lot of like the belief systems from when we were growing up is like, oh, we can't meet anybody in our town. Like there's no way I can meet my husband in this town. Like I'm never going to meet someone in this town. So let's use that example as like the universe saying yes. Listening to those complaints, listening to those beliefs and being like, yes, yes, yes. And it's really important to know that you're always in co-creation with the universe. And I'm curious, I love what Organifi wrote, drop a heart if you believe in the power of manifestation. Yes, manifestation, it's a natural part of it's just the way the universe is, right? Like I don't think it's that new to realize that your thoughts create your reality. It's not that complicated to understand that the energy you put out is the energy that you're getting back at all times. I think it gets harder to understand what that means when things come up that we don't necessarily want in our life, right? Like something showed up for me today, early this morning. We're redoing our bathroom, and like I had all these scarcity beliefs come up with all these contractors coming in, giving me all these prices, like hashtag real life stuff, right? And I got this feeling of, are we being taken advantage of? And I looked at that feeling and I had to say, like, okay, where is this coming from right now? It's coming from a lack belief system that I have now an opportunity to look at and be like, okay, why is this showing up? This needs to be healed. This needs to be worked out. And so manifestation isn't just about like, yeah, your dream life, all that stuff. Yes, that is a big part of it. But it's also about looking at the little things that come up in life. Because life's always happening. It's never not happening, right? And so those little feelings that trigger you, that come up, that's part of manifestation too. Because every thought, every feeling, every decision that you make has everything to do with the reality that you're then creating, right? So I'm just curious, who believes right here in this chat that they're the creator of their life 100% of the time? Who believes that? And that's a really interesting concept, because that means that we have to take full responsibility for everything that's showing up, right? Like if there are people that are ripping me off, right, for redoing our bathroom, then that's something that I have to look at. And I have to say, okay, where is this belief coming from? Because manifestation is all about really honing your beliefs. It's all belief system based. So the more you can understand your belief systems, the more you can break through all those limitations that are holding you back from creating the life of your dreams, right? So like, if you desire to go on this beautiful vacation, which I'm sure we all do, hashtag quarantine, and like you see this vacation and you want to go on it and you visualize it, it's on your vision board, and then you have this feeling come up inside of you that's like, I don't know if I can afford that vacation. So you have this vision of this trip and it brings you joy, but the feeling underneath of it is lack, that you might not be able to take that trip. So the desire is out of alignment with itself. And so when you look at the belief of a lack and you take a good look at it and say, where is this coming from? Well, my dad always said when I was little that we couldn't take vacations because we didn't have the money. So you might actually have the money sitting in your bank account, but that lack belief is actually coming from your parents' belief system. Because that's how beliefs work. They actually get passed down through our DNA. So really interesting stuff to start to look at the feeling behind whatever it is that you desire and what the belief is that goes along with that feeling. Really important stuff. Cool. So what is desire? You were born out of desire, right? Let's just say that the universe, God, the source that created everything, had a desire to know itself and to experience itself. So how else would that source be able to experience itself without actually being every single one of us? So we came into this world as babies, and as we grew up, desire is just part of who we are. We are never not desiring something. Desiring is actually part of our survival. We desire food, right? We desire water. We have to survive. We desire to survive. So desire is really cool because it allows us to know that, like, you know, it's actually our creative ability. It's part of our creative ability to desire. And when we have desires, they go off into the universe like rockets, like they say in The Secret, like rockets of desires. And here's the thing about desire. It's like we want something, whatever it is that we want, whether it's our business or health, right? Like, yeah, vitamin C, hey. We desire something and we want it so bad. When we hold on to that desire so tightly, guess what happens? We create resistance. And when we create resistance, what happens? It actually repels what we want. So when you hold on to something so tightly, you're actually creating resistance around it. So desire is like a dance. You want to allow the desire to be there. You want to allow it to inspire you, but you don't want to grasp it so tight, because then what happens? It actually pushes it away from you. So it's like a dance with the universe. And so law of attraction says like energy attracts like energy. So law of attraction, just so you guys know, who here has heard of law of attraction? Just raise your hand. I'm pretty sure I'm preaching to the choir, but just want to make sure for sure. And I want to get back to Dennis's question too. So law of attraction is a natural law of the universe, just like gravity, right? And basically it says that like energy attracts like energy. It doesn't say, there's a difference between good or bad. It's just giving you what you're focusing on, whether it's good or bad, so to speak. So with law of attraction, you want to make sure that your desire is in full alignment, like full alignment with purity. Like you want to make sure your desire is pure and getting clear around, why do I want this? Why do I want this thing? Do I want this because I want to look cool? Do I want this because it's an ego thing? Or do I want this because it's actually in my heart? And getting clear around that. Like, what does your heart truly desire? And so I really recommend you guys to write that down. Write that down, journal on that. What does your heart really want? Because I think it's really common right now with social media to go on social media and say like, oh, this girl is living in Bali and this person is over here flying in this private jet and this person's over there, like they just got a new car. And you compare yourself to everybody else, and then you think you want those things because they have it. But in reality, you might not even want that. So I really encourage you to get clarity around your true desires. And this is something that took me a really long time to learn. When I was really lost in my life, and I wasn't a coach at this point, and I didn't find yoga yet, and I was just so lost. Like, what am I here for? What's my purpose? I remember trying all these different things to figure it out. And what I was doing was I was trying all these different things, and I really wanted it to look good. I really wanted it to look good for my family. And I really wanted it to look good for, my boss. And I really wanted it to look good for my in-laws. And I had all these like qualifications that it had to look good for other people. And I wasn't doing what I truly wanted to be doing. It was all coming from ego, living my life for everybody else, when in reality, I never listened to my heart. I never said, what does Ashley want? What's true for me? And I want to ask you, what's true for you? And your desires will manifest like 10 times faster, 10 million times faster when you start manifesting from your heart instead of your head. The more you think and think and think about what you want to create in this life, the more you push it away. It has to be pure. It has to be from your heart. And if you think back on your life about times when you manifested such good things, like creations out of nowhere just popped up, and I bet everybody has an experience like that. If you really take account of all of those things that have occurred for you in your life, you will see that the things that manifested the quickest were because you truly wanted them from your heart. It's really important to know, how to put your order in with the universe. And I think about going to a restaurant because I'm very picky. And I will order something and I'll change the order around 3 times. And then the order will come and it's nothing to what I thought I was getting because I changed the order so many times that the waiter was confused. So that's kind of like the universe. You want to put your order in and you want to be really specific and really clear. And the more clarity you have, the better. I mean, you can have like general clarity, like just manifesting abundance into your life. Like, I am abundant, right? I am sending out abundant vibes. Or you can have like, I am getting this job by this date, and you can have super specificity. But you want to be clear. The clearer, the better. And then how to know your point of attraction. So it's really important to also understand that at all times you have a certain point of attraction. So your point of attraction is wherever your energy is focused, whatever you're feeling, whatever the dominant thought, feeling, energy is. Now, here's the thing. Reality takes a minute to catch up with your energy. So when you are focusing on what you want, the worst thing you could do is be like, it's not happening. Like, damn it, it's not happening. I wish it would happen faster. You have to have patience. You have to let go of waiting, and you have to like really trust. It's a big part of it, which we're going to get into in a minute. But a really good thing to do is to focus on what you want to create. Like, for me, I always think about business stuff because I'm just like in my business all the time. So if I think about having, 7 people in my mastermind, and I'm focusing on how good that feels, and I'm focusing on all the transformation that's going to occur and how I'm going to help these women in their businesses up level, and I'm going to rate that feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 with how aligned I feel with it. So you can easily just tap into what it is that you want to create, and then rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how aligned you feel with it. How deserving do you feel of it? Deserving is really important. How worthy do you feel of it? How attainable does it feel on a scale of 1 to 10? And really giving yourself these parameters so you can know, okay, right now with this desire, I'm probably at a 7. And I know why I'm at a 7 personally, because I have a lot of other things on my plate and I'm not actually focusing on filling the mastermind. I'm focusing on something else right now. So I need to put my attention on what I want. So more attention in that area. So what can you do? Share with me in alignment with what you want to create. Where can you up level your deservingness, or where can you up level your attention, or where can you up level your alignment in that area? Like, do you know what it is? So once you kind of have these tips on how to get into alignment with what it is that you want, there's a series of things that go along with it. Okay, so how do we actually bring it in? Well, number 1, the how isn't important. The how is not your job. The how is never your job. Okay, the universe holds planets together. The grass grows, the sun shines, the waves, they don't stop. Our ecosystem, our hearts beat, we're spinning in space. The universe can do all that. The universe can definitely help you with your desires, like no problem. So here are the steps. Number 1, you've got to decide. You've got to decide what you want. What do you want? Like, what do you want? Anything. I had a really hard time with this because I didn't know what I wanted, because I didn't know what my purpose was. So like when I'm sitting there without my purpose, I'm just like, I don't know what I want. But start with the feeling. How do you want to feel in your life? If you don't know specifically, you can go into like, okay, I want to feel freedom. I knew freedom was important to me. I wanted to feel abundance. I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to feel acceptance. I wanted to feel accepted. So I started with all these things that I wanted to feel in my life. So you have to decide. You have to declare it to the universe. So write it down, what you want. Universe, thank you for. Write it in gratitude, not like I want this. Because when we say we want, we're literally putting it farther away from us, right? It's always, the universe listens to every word you say. So when you want something, it means you don't actually have it right now. So it's really important to declare it in the present tense. Thank you for the love in my life. Thank you for helping me manifest my dream job. Thank you for helping me find my soulmate, right? It can be as succinct yet general as that, right? But you know the feeling, okay? After you decide and declare, you then want to ask, just like that. Thank you, universe. Ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. I'm sure you've heard that. So I always ask in gratitude, because when you say it in gratitude, you're literally acknowledging that it's already available to you. It's already available. I know that it's here. I know that this is possible for me to feel freedom in my life. Thank you for my freedom. I know it's possible for me to reach my sales goals. Thank you for all these sales goals. Like, thank you. Yay. Like, celebrate, feel it, get into the energy of it. And with that being said, I want you to consider this, okay? And I truly believe this. I'm like so hyped up right now. It's crazy. I truly believe this. When everything was created on this planet, on this earth, in this universe, every single possible reality has also been created with it. Every single possible outcome has already been created, right? And I can go into parallel realities, but that's a whole nother thing. I have a podcast on it. And so it's like, think about that. Like, if everything exists, if all realms of possibility already exist, all we have to do is align our energy with that reality, with that potential. There's potential all around us. And so all we have to do is align with that potential. Does that make sense? Give me some hearts if it does. So the next step, decide, declare, ask, is believe. We gotta believe. We got to. Yeah, we have to believe that it's possible. So when you are, moving through your life and you are putting out your desires and you come up against something, like let's just say I'm manifesting something for my business and I attract someone that's interested and I get on a discovery call with them and it turns out that they're not a good fit and they say they can't afford my program or they can't do it or whatever. Instead of me going down that rabbit hole of like, oh, it's not going to happen, my desire, like it's not happening, like what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Which I think a lot of people do in manifestation. I have to say, in that scenario, like this or something better, right? You have to believe that something better is always happening. Something better is always available to you. Something better is just around the corner. So when we are putting out our desires, you better believe that doubt is going to show right up. Doubt is going to creep in. Doubt is going to manifest. Someone is going to tell you that you're not good enough to do that. Someone is going to make you doubt yourself to the point where you might want to quit or not move forward. And here's the thing. That doubt is not outside of you. That doubt is coming from your belief system. That's how things manifest. They manifest like a hologram where people will pop up in your reality and just make you doubt yourself. And it's on purpose. It's for you to see what you need to work through in order to get everything that you want. So trust that the things that are popping up around you are actually showing you more of yourself to heal, to grow, to move through, to manifest. So decide, declare, ask, believe, and then we have align. Align, like, is so important, okay? Aligning with your desire has everything to do with trusting. When you trust, you're aligned. When you are worried, when you're in fear, when you're impatient, when you're waiting, you're not aligned. You know right now if you're in alignment with your desires or not, because you have more faith and trust than fear and doubt. That's it. But here's another thing I want to say. When you're feeling bad or you're having a bad day, it doesn't mean you're out of alignment with your desires. It just means that you're having a bad day. Like, it doesn't mean that you're going to manifest something bad. It doesn't mean anything. I've had plenty of bad days with a lot of good shit happening at the same time. So don't be so hard on yourself. Just want to put that out there. And then the last two steps are let go, have fun, detach. A good technique I have for you for letting go is to imagine your desire in a balloon. and you want to take the string of the balloon, you put your desire in there. Do it with me right now. And put what you want in the balloon. I'm going to put my 7 women for my mastermind in there. And you want to just lift your hand up and release the balloon. That's it. You trust. You let it go. It's an eco-friendly balloon. It's invisible. So that's the tip for that, letting go. Having fun, celebrate in advance, dance, feel gratitude for everything that's coming into your life. Everything is happening. Like I say it to myself all the time. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. It is. It's all happening. Yay! And last but not least, the last step, we got decide, declare, ask, believe, align, let go, receive. You must be willing and able to receive what it is that you truly want. What does it mean to receive to you? Drop it in the comments. So for me, receiving means there's a lot of levels of receiving, right? Like one level of receiving could be receiving a compliment. When someone says, you look beautiful today, or I love your outfit, or your hair is amazing, right? I know the default in our reality is to completely like kibosh it, like just deflect it and be like, yeah, your hair is great though. Like my hair, it's so greasy. Oh, it's this, it's that. And we just deflect it. But here's the thing. If you can't accept a compliment, how are you going to accept bigger things from the universe? Universe is always testing you to see how willing and able you are to receive. Receiving is so important. It's so important. Receiving help when someone offers you help. Receiving guidance, receiving advice, whatever it is. Lastly, I would just say is allowing yourself to want what you truly want. Really allowing yourself to want what you want without limiting yourself. This was something that Todd, my husband, and I kind of really dealt with in the beginning of our relationship, where we would walk on the beach in Florida and we would look at these like $1 million homes, and I'd be like, oh my God, I totally want that one, or no, that one. And I was just allowing myself to have fun and dream big. And he would be like, I don't need that. Like, I'm good. And I'm like, why aren't you letting yourself just dream? Like, who cares? Like, which one do you want? And it's just a silly example just to show you that, it's really important to not limit your desires. So I would love for you to also journal on, where are you limiting your own desires? Recently, I was reading this book and it asked me, like, in my dream world, what would my net worth be? And I still haven't been able to answer the question. Like, what? How do you answer that? Okay, like I'm gonna go revisit that. But it's really important. Yes, Dennis, receiving equals wide open heart. Absolutely. And so there's a lot of tools to help you really get into alignment with your desires as well, like affirmations, which I know you guys are doing in here, this affirmation challenge, which I think is so beautiful. I think the one for today was I now release all negative energy, which is so important. Meditation, which I know a lot of teachers are teaching in here as well. Tapping, EFT tapping out your negative limiting beliefs. Maybe we do another live on that at a separate time. And then just be present, right? Being present with what is and seeing the abundance and beauty in each and every moment. So when I'm present in the now, I will always know how. That's the affirmation I want to leave with you, is in the now, I know how. Because I think something that gets in the way for a lot of people when they're manifesting is, number one, not knowing the how, letting go of the how. And number two, thinking that they're doing something wrong. Most of the time when we think we're doing something wrong, that is the block. That's the thing that gets in our way. But if you can just stay present and trust that the universe already knows what you want. The universe already knows what you need. Like, it knows what you need more than you know what you need, because it has a bigger vision than you and it has way better timing than you. And when you can trust that the universe, your guides, higher power, God has bigger vision and better timing, that right there just allows me to let go and chill out and trust and enjoy the ride. Because when I'm not enjoying the ride, I know that I'm out of alignment. And we're here to enjoy the ride. And I want to ask you to invite in more ease in your life. Invite in more presence in your life. Invite in more healthy things, right? And allow yourself to expand into your next level by fully knowing that your success is inevitable. Your success is truly inevitable in anything that you want to create. You can do it. You are a born creator. You're the creator of your life. You have the power within you to manifest anything you want, really, truly. And if that is true, that you have the power to manifest anything you want, then just relax and trust that the universe knows. The universe knows how to bring it to you quicker than you could ever imagine. Quicker than you could ever imagine. Woo! We did some work today because that is how we roll. Thank you so much for listening. You know I love my BAM fam. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who you know would love it too. How can you support the show? Make sure you're subscribed, hit those 5 stars, and leave a review on iTunes and let me know how the podcast has impacted you. It truly means the world to me. I love being part of your real-time journey, so screenshot this episode and tag me and my guests on IG at Manifest with Ash. Say with me, I am my own power source. I am the master of my own energy. I deserve everything I desire. Now go get 'em.